Who goes there? Ah, it's only you. Hello, traveler. I see. She isn't available, but I'm capable of aiding if you need. A message from Morax? I understand. You may disclose it to me if you're able, but if he requests that it is to go directly to her, I respect his wishes. If that's all you'll be needing, I am participating in an hour of meditation. You may join me if you're interested. Not feeling well? Allow me. It seems that your temperature is rather high. How long have you felt like this? Did you travel here like this? That won't do. Perhaps I can put your pain at ease and end it here. Permanently. Please. I'm not as tone deaf as I was when we first met. Come inside. You'll end up hurting yourself. The cold of these mountains will only make it worse. Sit. I'll bring you a blanket. These are much more luxurious than needed. I suppose it makes sense for Adepti to have nothing but the finest, though. Follow me. You'll be using my living quarters to sleep until you feel fully rested and better. Though my quarters are nothing particularly spectacular, I predict they will be sufficient for you. Lay down. Allow me to tuck you in. There you are. Do you need another pillow? Should I close the curtains? Sunlight can often be more intense if your head hurts. It is better to, quote-unquote, overreact than to be underprepared. Acting on things before they become a problem is intelligent. Let's say this is just a spout of exhaustion. The worst that can happen from treating it now is I'll be wrong and you'll be well rested. Is that so bad? Being proactive only saves time in the future. In other words, the faster you sleep, the faster you'll be able to recover and be on your way. So sleep. Why can't you? Is it not comfortable enough? Ah, you prefer to read stories before bed. Instead, I could scold you for not properly caring for yourself. Traveling such a far distance while not feeling well could have gotten you seriously injured. I'm sure Cloud Retainer would have been most upset with you. She's not kind to people that don't think before they act. You still seem so perplexed when we have conversations. Do I not convey the correct tone in my conversations yet? I see. I've been researching speech and mannerisms in my visits to Liyue. I will have to be more diligent in my studies. I will get better with time. A suggestion? Whatever for. Learn tone by reading? I am confused. Do you care to explain? I see. Learn emotion and tone through storytelling. That sounds oddly similar to Yinjun's opera performances, and people seem to respect her greatly. I'll do it, under the condition that I do not have to sing. Then I agree. Before we begin, shall I procure any medications for you? I have 1/2 pound of many herbal ingredients commonly used, though you more than likely already knew that. I see. I will trust your judgment if you think rest will be enough. That only leaves one thing to decide. What story do you wish to hear? I do have literature here. The Adepti keep an extensive collection. Do you have any requests? Quite vague, but that will do. I believe this one will be to your liking. It tells the tale of a boy and his dreams. A tale very suitable for one who is chasing dreams themselves. It's called Moonlit Bamboo Forest. This isn't very regular of me, but please stop me if I make any unforgivable errors. Between the rustling emerald curtains of foliage, in a spot where the croaks of frogs and shrills of cicadas meet, lies a corner of the forest with the withered and dry, just near the wetlands beneath the mountain crags. The bamboo forest of Mount Chinsei is the verdant home to many fables. After a spell of rain, a cadence of drips and drops could be heard bouncing from the bamboo leaves and hollow bamboo stalks. Along a winding path between the bamboo spires came a young boy. He swiftly made his way along the trail, climbing up damp crags and running down its paved mossy course. The leaves of tangled foliage and vines strewn across his path brushed against his skin. The boy finally decided to stop for a rest at a dried and withered spot among the creaking bamboo of Mount Chinsei, tucked away below the mountain rock. The boy remembered the village elder once saying that the rainy season was the proper time for the fox to take its wife. Only the eyes of a child could ever see the fox's bride, crimson sedan chair, and its procession dancing through the forest accompanied by strains of music and thumping drums. The village elder also warned the kids mustn't approach any such procession. If you wander too close, the fox will snatch your soul away. That's what the village elder always said. A good place to show emotion. How do you mean? I see. I will try my best. If you wander too close, the fox will snatch your soul away. That's what the village elder always said. What happens if your soul gets snatched? Asked one of the kids. Once the fox has your soul, your fate will be forever sealed. Perhaps they will use you for music in their possessions, smashing you like a cymbal and beating you like a drum, horns blaring all around. There will be no rest for your soul. The elder would never forget to pose as if she was beating a drum while she spoke, scaring the little ones all the more. As the boy grew older, he stopped believing the elder's silly fables. Following the Seeley's wispy trails, he passed through the green labyrinth, accompanied by the faint calls of the foxes coming from the thickets along the way. Those crafty creatures, hiding deep in the forest, will seldom reveal themselves, or their boisterous bridal processions, to careless treading travelers. The boy was in rather low spirits, kicking pebbles off the road and stomping up the naturally occurring stone steps along the way, wandering farther into the heart of the bamboo forest. The village elder once said that this very forest was once an ancient kingdom conquered by the Geo-Archon. But what did the Geo-Archon look like? Did it have arms and legs, or eyes like us? Or was he more like the stone beasts found along the water banks? Pardon me. What silly questions. Adepti can carry many forms. I suppose this story isn't renowned for its accuracy of the intricacies of godhood. Regardless, the herb gatherers that periodically set up shop in the city to sell their herbal ingredients would always bring tales of that year's rite of dissension. Listening to their stories, one could only imagine the amazing scene of the Geo-Archon descending to the world. But of course, the curious kids could only hope to someday see the great Archon that has been revered for generations with their very own eyes. Was the immovable Mount Chinsei a gift from the benevolent Geo-Archon? And were the decades of peace and long lives that they had enjoyed by generations of people here preordained by the Archon? The answers to these questions lay outside the village, within the aging forest on the mountain. Bubbling with questions and expectation, the determined boy made his way forward beneath the scattered shadows of bamboo leaves. Ah, that appears to be the end of the first chapter. Have you fallen asleep yet? I see. In that case, I will save the other chapters for another time. If you enjoyed it, perhaps I could recommend it to Yunjin, and she could sing the tale in a way much better than I could ever read it. Though I will get better. I can promise you that much. For now, though, you need to rest. Though I'm not one to normally cook, I will find a way to prepare something for you. Something warm. Perhaps I can try my hand at making a noodle dish for you. Or if you need to cool down, I can always make an iced dessert for you. Enough about that, though. Get rest. I will be in the room across from you, and I will keep watch. I'll be leaving then. Feel better, traveler.
Hey guys, this is GentleGF. Thank you so much for watching. I can't believe how extremely fun the new expansion in Genshin is. There is so much new content. I personally grew to like Shenhe a lot more once I was able to play her story quest, so I was really happy to get to do an audio for her. As always, hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and if you want to provide some extra support, you can follow me on Twitter, Ko-fi, or check out my throne wish list. Again, thank you so much for watching, and let me know if you guys are rolling for her. I'm super excited! Bye-bye!